Dear Diary, go fuck yourself.
Welcome back to another one of those, these weird intros that I have to record in my car because I don't have a whole lot of time and I don't have time to build and break down the set in time to get this video out. Plus, this is a bonus screening, so not as much effort goes into these videos, just in terms of like polish and such. But welcome to a bonus screening of Movie Club. Today we're screening the entirety of Netflix's one-season series, I Am Not Okay With This, which is based on a graphic novel by Charles Forsman, which I love, and I was so happy to see it was getting adapted, and I really enjoyed The End of the Blanking World, which was also a Netflix series for 2 seasons, or 2 series, depending on if you consider it a British television show. I love the work of Charles Forsman. He's kind of an alternative comic book artist who often delves into darker material and minds that both for comedy and real-life drama. And I think the result is sometimes what sometimes other people don't care for it, and that's what makes him part of the alternative comic book movement. He's not for everyone. He's a very specific acquired taste, and not even everyone likes his art style. I saw quite a few comments on the I Am Not Okay With This Amazon page that people were just like, this art style is garbage, I wish I'd known that before I bought it. And I was just sitting there like, there's preview pages right there. You can look at it and be like, I don't like this art style, I'm not gonna buy it. I am only slightly removed from the context that Charles Forsman wrote his I Am Not Okay With This graphic novel about. I'm not a teenage girl, but I was once a teenager, and I know what it was like. And I also know what it's like growing up with anxiety, that something is wrong with you or something is wrong with the world and there's nothing that you can do to fix that. I think that's a present anxiety that more and more people are feeling. And I think it's a pretty reasonable anxiety to have, especially in the modern age where pandemics can sideline everything for whole months. And it's a weird time to be alive, to be perfectly frank. But I think this book captures what it's like to both be a teenager and what it's like to be a teenager with anxiety or depression extremely well. It's also got great representation across the board. I think this is one of the most fascinating brand new series that have come out of Netflix in recent years. Some people have complained about the ending to this show, and to them I kind of want to say, did you read the book? Because clearly you didn't, because the book just kind of hits you out of nowhere with its ending, and it's a fascinating, brilliant ending. Because, okay, spoiler alert, for like 15 seconds, I'm going to talk about the ending of the graphic novel, which is wildly different than how the show ends. If you plan on reading the original text, the precursor text, I would highly recommend that you skip these 15 seconds, just mute your sound, call it a day, and come right back. I'll do this hand motion when I'm done talking about it. So, in the original graphic novel, I Am Not Okay With This, by Charles Forsman, Cindy goes through much the same kind of arc that she does in the television show. However, it's a lot more deadpan, it's a lot more dark. There's some elements that didn't make it into the final show, including a rape that happens to Dina's character. Like I said, Forsman is intense. But it all culminates with her killing Brad and then running away to this tower out in the middle of the woods and killing herself because she thinks she's too much of a danger to society, too much of a danger to herself to actually live a happy and normal life. And it kind of comes pseudo out of nowhere, but it also, if you read the whole book, it's classic signs of people that are going through depression, and it's intense, and I think it's a fascinating way to end the original text, but it's not how we end the show. Okay, you can come back. That part's over. I'm not going to talk about the graphic novel anymore. What I do want to talk about is the fantastic direction by Jonathan Entwistle, who also worked on The End of the Blanking World, which is a fascinating show, and a fascinating graphic novel by Forsman as well. I also need to commend the cast of Sophia Lillis and Wyatt Oleff, who both come from the It movies, where they were both fantastic there, as Beverly and Stan. And here I think they play such incredible characters that you really root for their success. And I think specifically pairing those two actors, since they already kind of have a rapport from having worked together in the past, it makes it even easier for them to fall into these characters. Honestly, this is just a show that deals with such incredible themes in such a great way, which Netflix hasn't always done. For reference, 13 Reasons Why. And if you're like, I like 13 Reasons Why are you being mean to it? How about the entire academic community that studies depression and things that could contribute to depression, warning Netflix not to release the first season of 13 Reasons Why while they were making it? And they even hired an expert in suicidality, and then chose not to listen to them, and ended the show effectively with a very, very graphic representation of suicide on screen that's prolonged, and there's a genuine spike in suicidality rates in teenagers. So I guess my thinking is I adore these. I adore media that can delve into these dark subjects and do it in a way that feels both real and tangible and directed at people that really, really need it. And the fact that it's directed at people who really need it, I think is something special. And I think it's got this classic mix of like a coming-of-age subgenre John Hughes film with early Stephen King. And it's a ton of fun. It mixes those two genres so well, and that's something that King did so well, I think, also especially early in his career. And to have something that deals with such dark subject matter, tackles it in I believe a really healthy way, and does so in a fascinating show with great performances and great direction, that it feels both nostalgic for a previous age of when cinema had a lot of classics that a lot of people really look up to now from the 80s, and visually pulling from those kinds of motifs from those films, I think culminates in something that is truly special and truly something that deserves your attention. And maybe if enough people watch it, we can get a season 2. So the fact that Netflix has canceled it has not sat with me well. But I wanted to return to this. And since the show only runs about 2 hours and 36 minutes total, I thought it would be fun to try and binge through all of it in a single night with some friends. So I'm done. I'm going to stop talking. That's all I have to say about I Am Not Okay With This. And I really hope you enjoy it, because it's one of my favorite shows from this year. So, yeah. Without further ado, Movie Club proudly presents another bonus screening of
my god.
Oh, fuck.
Are you okay?
Yep,
Wait,
yep, I'm fine.
what?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, just give me a minute.